If you know about GeForceNow, you know Ultimate is the highest and most expensive tier. But who will actually benefit from it? Does the average gamer need it? In this video, I tested and compared it with the priority plan, so you can see the actual difference between both and decide if it's worth it for you or not. So just to set things up, as you probably know, there are 3 plans currently on GeForceNow, and these are the current prices for them. So Ultimate is clearly the only way to play at 4K and get higher frames per second. It also allows you to play on maximum graphic settings for any game, considering you are guaranteed an RTX 4080 rig as of today. So looking at this, there was something that I wasn't clear on. Will Ultimate provide me a lower input lag? There's no mention about that, and that will be a big deal for me. So the only way to be sure was to try it. So I decided to upgrade from my priority plan to Ultimate. But before I did that, I first tested my current setup so that I could measure the difference. I tried several types of games. Sniper Elite 3 for third person. I know it's very old, but I also use it for my original benchmarks on my previous video on input lag, so it gave me a good reference. System Shock's very recent remake as an example of a first-person shooter. Great game, by the way. Hue as an example of a platformer. It's not my favorite genre, but this one I did put some hours into. And finally, not testing response numbers here, since it's not about click times, but the feel while playing, I tested Forza Motorsport, which plays really well with a controller. So now, let's look at the playing data. On the third-person game, similar lag on both cases. Same with first-person game. Same with platformer. So it seems we could very easily conclude that Ultimate is not worth it for me, because it's not affecting my input lag at all. Also, because of the combination of my hardware, this is my TV and Google Chromecast, I can't really play at very high FPS. Not just that, but the Android versions of GeForceNow don't seem to support reflex currently, so I can't enable that either on compatible games such as Cyberpunk. So then, that's it. For an average couch gamer, Ultimate isn't worth it, right? Well, hold your horses, because there's one more aspect here to factor in. Because the thing is, while I was playing, I did feel like things were slightly smoother and more responsive. So I was very surprised to see the results from the input lag test. If the response from my controller is still pretty much the same, something else is making my experience feel better. Not just that, but remember I tried just to check how it felt a racing game? I raced on Forza Motorsport with my favorite combination of car and track. This is the BMW M8 in Barcelona. Before, I hadn't been able to break my own lap record for more than a month, but playing for a few minutes Ultimate, I broke it not once but twice, and by more than a second. In a game like this, that's a huge change. It will basically put you easily 5 to 10 positions up on a multiplayer race. So this is not just a feeling anymore. Something is indeed better with Ultimate even on my low-end hardware. I suspect the fact that I'm playing on a more powerful rig with a dedicated server is actually making things so much better server-side that I can feel improvements on my side too. So then, let's draw conclusions here. Obviously, if you want to play 4K or higher FPS and your hardware allows for it, there's no discussion, you need the upgrade. Now, if you can't, like me, then this is more up for debate. You are going to feel a slightly better experience, but does that justify the way higher monthly payment? In my opinion, it depends on the type of games you enjoy. If you are into first-person shooters or racing games, then you will benefit from this. If you mostly play role-playing games or strategy games or adventures, then I would say you could very easily stay on the priority plan and save a lot of money, unless you really need to play on ultra settings for every game. As a personal comment, I must say that Cyberpunk on ultra quality with RTX enabled looks absolutely mind-boggling. Okay, so there you have it. I tested both options so that those of you on mid or lower end hardware still know what's the actual benefit from Ultimate over priority. Hope it helped. If it did, please click like and subscribe to my channel so that I can do more content like this and enjoy your gaming in a relaxed setting.